John, take one. AB Mark.
I don't remember how old I was, but I was in Maryland visiting my friends for the summer. I was leaving out of my friend's house and I was pushing my bike down towards the end of the driveway. And I remember this Mustang pulled up with about 4 white guys in the Mustang. And they began to call me disparaging terms like nigger and all of this stuff. And I remember them spitting at me and they threw their slushy on me and pulled off laughing. And I remember as the slushy was drying on me, because it was hot, it was in the middle of the summer, I had so many emotions. Like, I wanted to go find those guys and I wanted to prove my worth to them and to prove my worth to myself. And at that time, I really understood that hate was real. From that point on, I remember the anxiety that I felt being in a room with a group of white males, to be specific, in the little town that I grew up in North Carolina. I would be standing in line waiting to pay for my items, and I could hear white men behind me say, "Look at that nigger, look at that little peanut head nigger, look at that little black boy." The word nigger is negative and evil, and it was used to put people in their place. And I felt like every time those insults were hurled at me, it was an attempt to put me in a place where I never belonged in the first place. What erased the hate in my life was the moment, I literally mean the moment that I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Because at that very moment, I really understood that I was an image bearer because I was created in the image of God. I led a Be the Bridge group last summer at our church where we intentionally worked on racial reconciliation. And one of the guys in our group was expressing that he had used disparaging terms before. And he said, "We all know what that word is." And I said, "Yes, we know what that word is, but I want you to say the word so that people will hear it and feel it as you're saying it." And he said, "I used the word nigger." And I looked at everybody in the group and I said, "You hear how that sounds? That's something that we have to hear or we've heard on a regular basis." It actually gave me a sense of power. And I say that hopefully humbly, but I say that because I realized that even though he said that word, that's not who I am. And the others that were in that group, they also understood that that's not who their brother is. So taking the power and the meaning from that word and replacing it with our true value and our true identity, I could live from that and rejoice in that. And the beautiful thing about reconciling is that it's taking people who were once enemies of one another and making them friends. That's what it means to me to be a bridge builder. And to not only acknowledge that we were created in the image of God, but those who are around us that do not look like us are also image bearers. I'm proud of being a black man, but first and foremost, I'm a child of God, and I was created in His image. I am a bridge builder.